Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the American Bodybuilding Network, where we spotlight the next generation of bodybuilding talent as they rise through the ranks of the NPC. So I'm your host, Steve Blackman, former NPC heavyweight competitor. Today, I'm joined by Tyler Jones, NPC competitor. Tyler, man, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, let me get my my cobwebs out and get warmed up with my ChatGPT introduction here.
No, you go, bro.
Dude, all right. So had a few interviews on so far. This interview will get a good number of views, but when the channel gets bigger, people don't really go back in time and watch this stuff. But this will always be here 10 years from now. It'll still be up and you can go back and show your kids and stuff, you know, some of the early days in your competitive career. So I'm really excited to have you on. But Tyler, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
So I am centrally located in Texas, the DFW area. I'm from a little town called Springtown, about northwest of Fort Worth. Fort Worth, Lake Worth, Azle, and then a little outskirts of a little town called Springtown. I've been here since, since I was born, about 1996. I turned 30 on May 27th of this year, 2026. I am a personal trainer out of our local gym called Trident Fitness. Pretty cool. It started up in November 2024. I've been doing that. Of course, I've been bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, and online coaching and stuff like that for about 5 or 6 years, but I've been in the game for about 12 years. I graduated Springtown High School in 2014 at the right size and height of 5'5", 118 pounds soaking wet.
118.
118 in 2014.
I think you told me that before. At your last show, how much did you weigh?
Stage weight, I came in at about 165, 166.
165, 166. Okay. Yeah. And you said you graduated at 118? Or
Dude,
you were?
Well, that was 10. Obviously, we're in 2026. Competed this year. Obviously, that was 12 years ago. But as a senior in high school, I was 5'5", 118 pounds soaking wet. I had the frame on me. You could see my pecs, abs, you know, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't have that muscle maturity that is required. So I've always had the frame, and you know, being that small, being a 5'5" guy, you know, you can't help your height. So I was like, man, screw it. If I'm going to be short, I'm going to be short and stacked because I had the genetics for it. So I was like, I started, man, heavy weights and heavy plates, eating a lot, lifting a lot, just learning everything I could, and you know, who, what, when, where, and why about nutrition, how to optimize stuff, how to lift heavy. So like I said, I had the frame for it, and you know, for about 8 good years, I hit it, and I grew a lot. So it's that's just knowledge, experience, and you know, grinding, you know, nose to the grindstone over time.
Do you want to come in?
You can set it for 5
okay.
if you want. All right. Sorry. Yeah. So here we go, guys. We got a picture of him right here. This is, let's see. Let me pull this up. Boom. Here you go. So how much do you think you were weighing about right here?
This was, can you see when I posted it? April 5th. So this was a little more than 4 weeks out. April 5th, I was locked in. I was probably 170 at that point.
170?
Yep, 170. And you can see right there, if you scroll up, where I started, that picture right there. It's an advertisement, but that's a good visualization.
Oh, yeah.
Before I started my bulk and my cut. Right there, I'm the same weight in both of those pictures.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So from my bulk to my cut, I totally recompositioned myself. I was about 165 to 168 in both those pictures. And man, like I was saying, this was when I started with my coach. Shout out Alex Tofflin. That's my bad. I probably butchered that. Shout out Alex Tofflin, 2-time Mr. Olympia men's physique. Super cool guy. I got with him in the beginning of 2025. and we hit a massive bulk. Growth off season, like I said, I was 165, 168 pounds right there. I thought my shit didn't stink. I had abs. I had a good little physique going, blah, blah, blah. Little did I know, whole other can of worms. So we hit a bulk throughout the year of 2025, really grew. I went from 165 to about 186. I gained a good solid 20 pounds of weight and mature muscle. And then at the beginning of 2026 in February, late January, we hit an 18-week cut, and that's what I look like about 4 to 6 weeks out.
Okay, yeah. And which show did you compete in? Your first one?
I competed in the Fort Worth local show, the Ronnie Coleman Classic.
Here we go.
I thought if I was going to do
What's
a
up,
show,
everybody?
I
Sorry.
thought if I was going to do a show, man, I wanted to do a big one. And as you know, Ronnie Coleman, he grew up in Arlington. He was a police officer for Arlington.
Oh yeah, 8-time Mr. Olympia.
Oh yeah, so I was
He's probably the most well-known bodybuilder now because of all Yeah Buddy and
he's got the icon. He's an icon. So yeah, I did that show, Ronnie Coleman Classic 2026. It was May 16th. It's around the middle of May every year, about the second week in May.
May 9, right here. So this was like what was it? May 16th. This was like a week out.
Yep.
5 days out, tunnel vision, no more guessing. Yeah. So how did you get into sports? Like, did you play sports in high school?
So yeah, being from a small town, you were well-rounded athlete should you compete in athletics and stuff like that. So growing up, I played football up until middle school, and then guys started getting really, really bigger than I was. So I kind of focused more on from football. I focused more on baseball. Baseball was my niche sport. I was really good in baseball. Other than that, I did track, powerlifting. Of course, powerlifting for my weight, pound for pound, I was pretty damn strong. Coming in at 100 pounds, squatting, 300, 345. I did really well in powerlifting, and I think that's what, not to be a tangent, but I think that's what really helped me exceed in bodybuilding. A good powerlifter turned bodybuilder will do amazing stuff because you know how to handle yourself underweight and in the pocket. And all bodybuilding is you take about 50-55% of that weight back and just get that mind-muscle connection. I think that's what really helped me being a powerlifter.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And whenever you have guys with that heavy lifting background, or even girls, it just seems like they don't have to do quite as much in those early years because when they start competing, that is. Yeah. And they start doing bodybuilding shows and they transition into it. They have so much more. They really do the glutes, the hams, or even crazy CrossFitters sometimes will have, glutes and hams like crazy and stuff. Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to know, having those big, strong legs and glutes and stuff like that. I ran track, cross country. Kind of contradictory, but I ran long distance.
So did I. In the Army.
Stuff like that. So building those foundational, glutes, hamstrings, those quads and everything, adductors, abductors. When I went into powerlifting, I just had a strong ass foundational system. I always say you can't build a house on grass. You have to build a nice foundation and then you build up. So having that nice foundation, I could think about legs and they would grow. So that's very fortunate for me.
Yeah, and then everybody has their thing too. For some people, they lost a bunch of weight and their skin isn't behaving. Other guys, they're really tall and their legs, it just takes so much more to make them grow. Other people, they just never had much muscular development. So they really just have those preliminary years, the ones that you need to get out of the way before competing. And I know you've seen, even at the show that you did, there was dudes that, they were probably weight loss clients, like in the back of the novice class, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of doing something.
They did it for a goal.
Like they were having the best day of their lives because they were like, "Holy shit, I'm doing this thing, man!" And you see all kinds of shapes and sizes there. You see bodybuilders that are going to nationals, and you see the new guys. Ronnie's show is. I loved it. I might end up doing that one this year.
Always, dude. Always. That's gonna be a target. Close. It's gonna be a target one for me as well because it's good. It's good for me because I can bulk. I can have a year-long bulk, and then at the top of the year, we can lock in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So tell me who your coach was again. And well, first of all, so you're training at the gym. What made you want to become a personal trainer? Was it just the fact that, being a power lifter, it just kind of happened with the personality? Or?
So what made me, kind of get into the personal training and fitness business is I had been doing it for so long. And then being out here in a small town, I wasn't shy to, blue collar work. So I was working in construction, land surveying, all these grueling jobs and stuff like that, working X amount of hours a week in the rain and the cold and the sun and stuff like that. And I took a step back, and it took a little bit because it wasn't until people started kind of asking me like, well, I had made not a name for myself, but I was known to be physically fit and have a physique, and through my years kind of gain knowledge about fitness, nutrition, how to work out, helping other people and stuff like that. Up until then, I'd help people for free. Like I'd be like, oh, this is what you need to do, blah blah blah.
Same.
And then it struck me, if you love something, it kind of sounds kind of stingy, but I think of this phrase: if you're good at something, never do it for free. So being I had the 10, 11, 12 years, background and stuff like that, I was like, well, shit, dude, I already do this. I'm passionate about it. I don't sound greedy. I care about people's health and well-being naturally. So why not be a personal trainer and get to do what I love for a job as residual income? And because I'm already at the gym already. I'm already at the gym helping people, spotting people do this and that and the other, helping people get their workouts going, workout programs, and nutritional, plans on point. And I was like, well, hell, man, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yeah, definitely. So I was a front desk guy when I got out the Army, but I was already bodybuilding. I just didn't know how to really get into working for the gym because I didn't have a training certification, and I'd never taken the time to get one. And even when I first started working at the gym, it was front desk for like a year, and then it was sales position selling memberships. And then you just start to meet all the bodybuilders, and that was kind of how I got brought into it. But so you found your coach. What was his name again?
Yeah, his name was Alex Tofflin, or
Alex Tofflin.
I may be butchering that. Alex Tofflin or Alex Tofflin. He's a two-time Mr. Olympia in men's physique. Yeah, excellent guy. He has an amazing Instagram page that he does videos all the time. I think he's actually in prep right now. He's actually in prep for his own self. Yep, that's the homeboy.
So let me get a better. Boom. Maybe this will look a little better.
Yeah.
I'm barely cut off, but yeah, okay, let's see what we got here. Take a look at his page. So how'd you find him? You just were like, hey, on Instagram?
Being who I am and knowing our iPhones and the algorithm, obviously my Instagram is just swept with bodybuilding, powerlifting, nutritional plans, this, that, and the other. And he came up, and I was in the market for a coach. I was like, man, that's another thing. So people, hey man, why don't you be a fitness personal trainer coach, or why don't you do this, that, and the other? And then as the years go by, I started to get a better looking physique because I was really, really tailoring myself and taking it super serious. I had always been lifting and eating like a bodybuilder, but then I cracked down, and I was like, and then it got to where people were like, hey man, what are you training for? Are you training for something? Are you training for a competition? Like what do you do this for? And I didn't have an answer. I was like, I don't know. I just Like,
what are you doing with all this?
Yeah, I was like, I just like to do this shit. I like to eat. I like to eat good and lift good, man. It's good for the mental, physical aspects of life, and that starts leaking off to other stuff. Being disciplined, willpower, and all that stuff. But yeah, people started asking me, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. And so I was like, well, there's classes. Yeah, and I'm like,
it's like we have to keep getting bigger first, right? Like people don't know when to start because they're like, I want to get a little bigger first. It's like
correct. And so that was I had already had a good frame, I had already had a good frame, like I said, about 160, 165 pounds. I was trying. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm a personal trainer. I see the value of personal training and coach. I'm gonna get me one, but I'm gonna get me one that specializes in bodybuilding, and obviously credibility is key. So you start looking for people who are credible, who have done this,
Yes.
who have been on stage, who have multiple clients like this.
Mhm.
So Alex really kind of caught my eye, and I was like, I'm gonna hit this guy up. We got together, we clicked, and he lined me up for the off season, and we've had a fantastic relationship for about 2 years now.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna pull up your page. You're gonna see where I am.
Yeah.
So you started prepping for, so it was in May. Was the show? The show was May 16th.
Yep.
And you started prep when, do you think?
18 weeks out. We did an 18-week prep. So if you back
18
up
weeks.
18 weeks, that's about late January, early February.
About to say, yeah, right after the first of the year.
Yep.
And you dropped about how much, you think?
I went from 186 to about 164, 165. So I dropped about 21, 22 pounds.
All right. Yeah, let's take a look at, you got show pics on the page?
I do believe so.
All right, let's see. We're gonna.
I'm getting ready for my growth phase right now. I'm looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's next for you now? Now that you knocked out that one.
Yep.
You're gonna grow for a little while and then do the same show
right
again, or you take 2 years off.
So I'm going. Obviously, like I said, I need big time. This is me getting ready. I thought I had show pics on there. Yeah, this is late. Right around there, down. Oh yeah, I guess I never posted show pictures, but if you click on the one with my daughter running at the screen, that one middle right there, that you can see kind of show pictures.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Whoa.
It was fun. It was fun, man.
Hell yeah. That's a cool video. Let me check.
But yeah, so now, that was May 22nd. So now, I got my first, like you said, I got my first show underway. I had just a hell of a time, man. And I kind of exhausted myself the day of because I entered in 5 different categories. Because, I'm like, man, if I'm going to do this, I want to see where I fit in, where I do better at. I entered in bodybuilding, open bodybuilding, middleweight, classic physique, novice, true novice, all that stuff. And so I learned a lot, got a lot of feedback. And obviously the feedback every time is, hey, man, you can be bigger. And so I was like, all right, cool. And the realization that I have, because I can see the forest through the trees, it's longevity. It's not like I don't want to burn myself out doing so many shows in the beginning. I want to grow. I had years and years left of this shit in me. So now, May 16th was my show. I took a hiatus a little bit, got my body back right, kind of took some time off. I still lifted and ate good, but, it's been a little bit. So now I want to I'm fixing to go into my growth bulk phase. So now I want to take the rest of this year a little bit, maybe a little bit more off time, but the rest of this year, and I want to slam all of 2027 for a growth phase. I just want to grow. Now, with that being said, in the same breath, I'm not just going to bulk the whole time. Obviously, that I know that I don't want to gain too much fat and stuff like that. So I'm going to bulk for a little bit, and then I'll have a mini cut. Now bulk and a mini cut. Bulk and a mini cut.
And then
so we'll have
airplane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trending graph. We want the graph to go up like this, but not so linear.
Landed on the runway for the show.
So man, I'm gonna take a year and a half to grow. And
nice.
So like I said, I came in at 165. My weight cap for classic physique, not that I'm going to stay in classic physique, because I think, like you said, like me and you've mentioned before, that I think I would do well in open middleweight bodybuilding for my size, aesthetics and stuff. So while I can, this next time around, I think I can keep it still under the classic weight cut. Because at 5'5", my weight cut is at 177. And I came in at 164, 165. So buddy, I got 12, I got almost 12 pounds of muscle that I could put on while still staying in that category. So I think 10 pounds of muscle added to that is going to look hella cool.
Yeah. And you'll be bigger than that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you really will. You get to go with the 176. Yeah. My buddy Troy was a middleweight. He always was around 175, 176. And sometimes those guys win the regionals.
Yeah.
Because they have the best proportions sometimes, sometimes they'll really just take it home. But the guys, they'll shrink down from 220 pounds before prep, and it's like 77. Holy shit.
So yeah, that's the goal for this off season. I want to get up to about 200 pounds peak off season with mature muscle, and then cut down, because that'll be 23 pounds. So that'll be about as what I did last time. But I'll have gained 10 pounds of lean muscle. So,
right.
Every year, every day, every month, every week, I'm learning, I'm growing. I know how to optimize nutrition and training better. So we're just going to continue to get better. 2028, May of 2028, Ronnie Coleman Classic is my next perceived show.
So you just do this. That's a great idea. And you try to take the whole thing, man. Overall, hell
yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I got some pictures of you too, but you know how.
Love that.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, they have them with. If they had a right or left click button, I could just do that. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
I was gonna say, usually there's a few good ones because they go like.
Yeah, mid transition. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
There it is.
2020. So we say 2 years.
Oh yeah, 2 years to step on
10
stage.
pounds.
Oh, easy. If
I top of that class. If you're doing it real hard,
Yeah.
Go hard in the paint.
It'll be cool. I'm super excited.
Hell yeah, man.
And this year, in the 2028, I won't do five categories. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was trying to dip my toe and everything. And buddy, we started at I think we started at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Man, I was on stage.
It just lasted for a freaking ever.
Yeah,
and you had to go eat and come right back, and then you're there all night.
Well, yeah, because I'd leave the stage, and the lady back there, doing her best. She was like, hey, because I was number 2. I don't know if it was an omen or not. I was number 2, and I was like, oh man, is that a good thing? But she'd be like, hey, I don't need you to go anywhere. You need to line right back up. You're in this category, blah, blah, blah. So 5 categories will really, really exhaust you, especially when you're on stage flexing and you get to where they're like, oh man, I think we need a pose down. So I'm like, I'm gassed. It's because it's my first time. Because so I won the novice A, and then you have the winner of novice B and novice C went up, and we all went up there. They did our mandatory quarter turns, and all that stuff, and then at the end they're like, "What do you think, judges? I think we need a pose off," and I'm like, "Okay, let's do it."
Oh Lord, it's like I can't wait to go to In-N-Out Burger after this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you have to eat between all those divisions.
Yeah, well, and dude, and when you say eat lightly, a minimal rice and chicken, and then I'm stuffing Sour Patch Kids and rice cakes with honey on them and stuff like that. I'm trying to stay pumped up. They got
all the old school.
Yeah, so it was like I said, no more 5 categories. I'll pick 1 or 2 categories that I'm gonna be secular on. That way, I can really focus on them.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth with what I'm going to end up doing this year too, because people have always said, dude, you do men's physique, it's over. I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm not a men's physique guy. I never have been. And then it's like some people are like, oh no, you're bodybuilding. You're not even classic. You're like because some people think I'm so big when I stand next to other guys. When I'm. And I don't realize what it looks like either to really know, but I have we'll see what I actually have left this year. Hell, I'm down to 254 from probably almost 300 around February, January. I was up there, and I was like a whole new wardrobe just to fit it all in.
At your height, what's your classic weight?
212.
212 would be your classic weight.
I'm 5'11.25, but if I've shrunk some, it would be 205. And 205, I'll be honest with you, I've gotten down to. So there's a picture of me next to Corey Curtis, Cobra Corey. He's a pro classic guy, black dude, tiny waist. There's a picture of me next to him. My lines are deeper. My muscles are huge next to him. And I dwarfed the guy, but I still looked like shit because I had to pull 11 pounds off the day before to make that damn weight. And it was the stupidest thing I could have done. I should have just stayed in bodybuilding. I would have been fuller, and I could have maybe even taken the guy who took me out in the damn heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Because I would have been a little bit thicker and probably tighter even. Being able to actually, you know, when you take 11 pounds off your body that day, oh my God, bro. I did every trick in the book to make it happen and to make 205. And then they do my height and they go, oh, you're 5'11.25. And I'm like, what? They're like, you could have been 212. I'm like, you motherfucker. I woke up at 216 this morning. I could have taken a quarter of a Diazide at 2 p.m. like I normally would the night before the show, you know, like to get it started. And I could have pissed out 4 pounds, you know, licking my knuckles, and it would have been totally, and I wouldn't have had to pull so hard. And that's where I was like, okay, I suffered to make the right height. And I guess that just that just goes to show that maybe I am even, or was too big for even classic. It's just that in the bodybuilding trunks, I look like a classic guy, like the poster child for a classic guy in the bodybuilding trunks. And once I put the bodybuilding, the classic trunks on, it's gone. Something about how my hip to waist ratio washes out, then the legs look skinnier because of that. And then it's just not as good. And so I guess in a way I have to be like, okay, well, fuck, just commit to the bodybuilding, you know, like who gives a fuck? That means you get to be as big as the fuck you want as you can. And shredded instead of trying to limit that. Like, you know, who's our boy in the pros right now? Mike Summerfield?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
He's been fighting the high. It's like, motherfucker, just go. I actually look a lot like him. Some of the shape. But
another bodybuilder did that. He was classical for a long time. Urs.
Yeah.
He
Urs looks like
and then he was like, dude, I'm just going to get fucking huge.
His body wanted to get bigger. My body grew. I mean, I'll be honest. I was the biggest guy of like all my friends and stuff growing up. So, and my muscles do grow very easy. I think I have it easy in that department. But getting lean for me is a whole nother it's a whole nother ballpark. Some guys it's just a little bit easier. But they usually shrink up when they come off, and then guys like me get big and fat when we come off. But we're like postmenopausal. We're like the eunuchs from History of the World. But dude, man, this has been a great interview. Now, here's the deal. I want to bring you on and bring you into the American Bodybuilding Network. What we do as an introductory sponsorship, which we were able to do this year with some competitors, is we pay for your tan at your next show.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest reason why is because once you sign up for a show, once you're going to pay for the tan, we know you're doing it.
Yep.
You know, in the past, you know, people have thrown people money, then they don't even do the show. And it's like, oh, shit. So one thing that we like to do, just because the company and the YouTube channel is just getting started, is we like to also go to the different shows and try to interview guys when they get off stage, just, you know, in the hallways, out in the areas where it's not, you know, under the video clause. And we're going to hopefully have some press passes. If you'd like to go with us to nationals this December, we're going to try to interview some of the guys that look like they might have been the top 3 in their classes. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody's stories, get you some T-shirts, you know, bring the wife, the baby, all that good stuff, just like we will. And, have a really good time. So hopefully we'll have you on again. And as the channel grows, those live streams that we do and you're co-hosting us, interviewing other pros, you have a personality that I really like, that my wife likes, Corinne likes it. And so, you know, this is a networking channel where we're going to try to bring everybody in to do stuff. I think you'd be great at some of that if you would. And if you're available for that. Cool. Awesome. Well, what I'll do is let's go ahead and let's wrap it up for today. And we'll have you on again in the next few weeks when we have some interviews lined up, and you'll co-host with me, and we'll pick apart the different guys' journeys through their amateur and through their pro careers.
Nice.
But we're going to have Nikki and Corinne also joining us for interviews with other females that we have in the industry as well. It's good to have some female hosts. There's not enough of them. You know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, welcome to the team, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that. I think that'd be really fun. Get on these stuff. Actually go to stuff like that. Are you going to the? I think it's actually next week. So I don't know. It's in Irving. What was it? It was like the
Texas Pro.
Yeah.
We were trying to. If I'm not mistaken, my wife took off, and we're gonna go. Either way, we will. If they have live footage and stuff like that, I'll screenshot pictures of dudes and do a live stream, and I'll host a party. And if you don't, are you going to it?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to since it's such short notice or whatever. But I'd love to go out there like on that Saturday. That
would be cool. If we can't get out there to do stuff live and try to talk to some dudes or just get footage of the shit there, just things that they're not going to bitch about. They just don't want people getting the live stream and stealing that from the person who bought the rights to it. Yeah. But if you're like filming like the booth, like where Gasp clothing is.
Yeah. And
filming us, like no one's gonna bitch like on our phones.
Yeah.
But if I don't, then I'll do a live stream party thing. It's just I believe that was what we were trying to do. And if I'm not mistaken, I think is Jordan Hutchison doing it? I know he's one of our local guys here in Fort Worth, but
I'm not sure.
Fucking Hamburglar. We're getting his ass. Me and you were dressing up like Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar, and we're gonna go beat the shit out of him in absolute recomp with pool noodles. We will do this, and he will be so cool about it. I already know. So, but he ate a freaking double cheeseburger from McDonald's to win Portugal Pro. So it's like,
hell yeah. Well, that sounds like what I did. So I went and did the mandatories and that my stuff, and then during the day when we were waiting for the night show, I went to was it In-N-Out? Was it In-N-Out? It was in Fort Worth. Man, I had me a double and some fries or whatever. I looked better at the fucking night show than I did in the morning, and I was like, man, bro.
Yeah, and one thing that we didn't talk about that we will is diuretics and how your coach didn't even need to use them. Yeah, and how that's something that we could probably talk a little bit about, and we could have our boy Thomas hopefully come on because Thomas did his own prep and he avoided diuretics as well. And we wanted to talk to people about how you don't really need them.
Yeah,
you don't really need them. They're there, but it starts getting into dangerous territory. People start playing with that shit.
Have you seen him lately on Instagram?
No, I want to interview him. If you can help me get him,
Dude looks fantastic.
Dude, you need to be there for that for sure. For that interview. Yeah.
He looks fantastic, man. I love it. Self-coached, and I'll tell you, doing one show. Because like we had never done a show, so doing one show and getting to that stage leanness, the bounce back. If you can pull yourself out of that stage leanness and that bounce back after your stage, dude, you can grow so much after that.
The rebound.
The rebound gains. They're not a myth. They're real. They're real.
Dude. Well, bro, I tell you what, let's cut it here. And guys, everybody that's watching, I'm going to edit the video, then I'm going to throw it up. But everybody that watched here today, thank you so much for tuning in. Tyler, you got anything for the audience today?
No, man. First interview, first show. I'm excited to come on and see what the future holds. I'm excited to get out there, dip my toe into the bodybuilding interview world, so we can see who, what, when, where, and why people do stuff.
Yeah.
And
there's a big industry, and like Bob Cicciarillo and all the guys that have good voices. I want to be an MC one day.
That'd be cool.
I could see you doing that too. You have a voice for it. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be in the field.
Bodybuilding is struggling. The generations from before us and before them are still holding the torches right now. We don't have new guys trying to make new shows. So that's something that we're going to be doing here at ABN. We're going to create another show for Texas. We're going to do everything that we can. I'm trying to get into judging. I'm trying to get into all the different things. It's just I pressed pause in South Carolina 10 years ago. And went off to get a real big boy job. And then after that seemed silly and dumb, I was like, you know what? I belong back in bodybuilding. Here we are, and here to stay. And but yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Excellent. I appreciate you.